Hi everyone, I am here sharing another lovely project from Die Cutting Essentials magazine issue 128. So this is the newest one out, and the die set that we have with this one is this lovely Celtic Dreams die set. Now I'm just noticing one of the flowers is not here. I'm gonna have to search for that one somewhere floating in here. So we have 6 little flowers, a leaf, and this gorgeous tree die. So I had to work with this to create 5 cards showcasing the dies and show how they can be used in different ways: inking, coloring, layering, snipping into them, creating a wreath, and so on and so on. So I had to kind of use the dies in inventive ways, and that's what I did to create my 5 cards. Now I have this color combination to work with that you can see on my screen now. And I also have a screenshot to share because I'm so excited. So this magazine has just come out and I don't have the physical copy. Not yet, I might just need to buy one. Because I have a screenshot of the front cover. One of my cards made it to the front again and I'm just so excited. This is the second time that my cards make the large picture on the front cover, and goodness me, I could squeal. I'm so happy to see this. So yeah, it's a lovely surprise, and now I'm going to jump back to the video I recorded back then when I had to submit this commission. I think it was back in February. So I really hope you like what you see, and stay to the very end of this video because after that I will add some close-ups of all the cards as well. Okay, so for this feature I was asked to create 5 cards using the colorway that you can see on my screen now, and using the dies in all different ways to layer them up, to ink them up, to snip into them, and so on. So on my first card, as you can see, I really took that tree apart. So these are all the branches of the tree coming in there. So this one is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 of an inch landscape version card, and I added some silver and then purple matte in there. All the colors you can see I used Distress Oxide inks for, so I only used white cardstock other than the silver in there. And for the smaller one I used milled lavender. I ink blended very gently, leaving the middle of it white coming in stronger from the sides, and then I ink splattered. I hope you can pick up on that. There's ink splatter from the milled lavender as well. And then I added Maud Blown to the tree branches. I cut them out and I just glued them in as if the wind was blowing them from this direction coming to there. The flowers are Vilina's Potion, picked raspberry. And then I just added them coming to that direction, so from top right to the bottom left corner, and with the leaves as well. And the sentiment says, "Let the gentle breeze carry your worries away." I printed this using my inkjet printer, just typed it up, and I used on pearlescent paper, which dries very slowly. The ink on it dries very slowly, so I was able to heat emboss that using some silver embossing powder. How cool is that? I added some little silver rhinestones in the middle of each flower, and I think this turned out so beautiful. I really love this card. It's just so nice. It's a very different way of using the die of the Celtic tree. So for card number 2, I love the tree mumpies. Or 2 pieces if you wish, because I have a drop shadow effect going on. So on the top one I used the white card but with double-sided sticky adhesive on it, and so when I peeled that back I added crystalline glitter to my tree. The second layer underneath, which creates a drop shadow effect, is cut from gold mirror card, and I just offset it when I glued the white one on top of that. So for this square here, which measures 4.5 inches, I ink blended Vilina's Potion, a picked raspberry, milled lavender, and Maud Lawn. And then I added it onto a slightly larger gold frame, and then I popped it all up on foam pads to add it to my card base. The You Did It sentiment is from a Chloe's Creative Cards sentiment and stamp and die set, and I heat embossed it with a gold polished gold embossing powder. I added a slightly wider gold strip behind it. Added a tiny curve into it. I hope you can pick up on that. Just using my bone folder very gently, and I glued it onto the card, and then I added those 2 pink rhinestones. Finished off decorating with some white pearls, and that finished the card. I think it turned out so pretty. I don't know if you can pick up on all that sparkle. Try to bring this closer here. I don't know if it shows all that lovely sparkle from the Crystalina glitter, but it's such a pretty, very pretty card. So for card number 3, I went with a circle one, and again I left this quite small, 4 3/4 of an inch of a circle card base. I've cut off some at the back so it doesn't rock but stands up nicely. I added the hinge on the top so I could attach the card front to. The smaller one, the scalloped one, is cut out of that lilac or lavender colored paper, and then a smaller white circle. I die cut the tree twice. On one of them, just the top part of the tree, I added Maud Lawn to, and then I heat embossed it with In the Park embossing glitter. And on the second set, which you can see the lighter ones, I just heat embossed on the white card with Newport embossing powder. And that created some lovely dimension in there. I added them, cut them out obviously, and I added them into a wreath shape. I die cut white and pink flowers also. The pink ones I clear sparkle heat embossed, and I layered them on top of the white ones in there. I hope you can pick up on that, so you can lift those petals up a bit to create lovely dimension. Glued them all over around the wreath, and then I finished off with some lilac rhinestones. Then I added this small pink scalloped circle. It is double foam padded, so there's double layer of foam pad in there, and then the mom sentiment from the same pink card as the flowers and as the circle, and just a white background in there. How pretty is this card? I think it's so cute. Would be perfect for Mother's Day. It's just coming up now. So, well, it's coming up now. I'm not sure when it's going to be published. Mother's Day might have been after, but still, it would be a lovely birthday card for any mom. So, we have a shaker card for card number 4. This one is a 6 by 6 inches card base, and this one is a side folding one, which I very rarely do on square cards, so I just didn't want to have them both top folding. So this one is again such a beautiful one. Just look at that. Look at those lovely sequins in there. So I have a 5 3/4 of an inch of a lilac card, straight glued onto the card base. And then I have a 5.5 and 5.5 inch square, white square, to which I cut a circle into as well. And the size of the circle is 4 3/4 of an inch. I added acetate behind that window, and then you can see that hilly detail in there just from white card. I die cut the same circle from white cardstock, and I just tore around the edges. I just wanted to have something in there. Without that white in there, it looked a bit, I don't know, empty. It was definitely missing something, and I really love that detail. So these bits in the corners are actually the roots of the tree, which I used from this tree in here, which I used on this card and on the first one as well, because I only used the top part of the trees on those. So I used the roots just in the 4 corners. I've obviously cut away all the excess, but I think it adds such lovely detail in there. I was really pleased with that idea. So then I added foam pad all behind this. I added my sequins. Those sequins are gorgeous. I'm not sure where I left the rest of them. These are from one of the Paper Craft Society boxes. I think it was by Card Making Magic. And they are so gorgeous. And they do have that lilac pearlescent tone to them. I really love those. So I added those, and then this one was covered in foam pads at the back. I just stuck it on top. Die cut the tray twice from white card, On the one of those I used Mood Lawn and Rustic Wilderness to add some dimension in the colors, Mild Lavender and Willinus Potion for the red, and I glued it on top of the other white one, offsetting it slightly so it creates another lovely dimension. I added a frame, pink frame around the window using the nesting die set, and then some butterflies from Pink Card, and the outline of them is cut from Vellum. Just add some lovely details, some lovely interest. A birthday wishes sentiment is one from a previous magazine box kit. I think it was by Chloe's Creative Cards. I just white heat embossed it on top of that pink card, and I just added across the bottom. And this finishes off this card. How pretty is this? I really love those sequins. Oh, I think it's so nice. And finally, last but not least, I have an art-shaped super glittery card. Can you pick up on all that sparkle? I really love this one too. Oh, I love them all. So I have this dark pink card base from 2 art-shaped dies, by scoring die, I think at 3/4, yeah, 3/4 of an inch on the left-hand side of the one, and I adhered the card front to that. Then I created a slightly smaller white arch, but I embossed the frame using a trellis embossing folder. And I will have everything linked in the description box below if I can find those products. And it's a pattern paper in the background. They're the same size as this frame arch. I added double-sided sticky adhesive sheet onto that one. And when I peeled the backing back, then I adhered all these small die cuts, the floral die cuts from the die set. And then I covered it in crystalline fine glitter. Then I added my frame around it on foam pads. They are popped up on foam pads. I die cut the tree, inked it up with Mood Lawn and Willinus Potion. And then I added glitter to the leaves. It is Lime Zest from Chloe's Creative Cards for the purple. It is the purple organza by Nuvo. I've had this in my stash for so long, and it's so pretty. I definitely will be using it more. You know, I love my glitter, and I don't know how that escaped my hands, but it really hasn't been used that much at all, if ever at all. So I stamped thank you sentiment, white heat embossed it onto a pink card, same as the card base, and I just popped it up on foam pads to add it into that corner. I finished off decorating with some pink rhinestones, and this finishes the card. How cute is this one? So I have card number 5, card number 4, card number 3, card number 2, and card number 1 using the gorgeous Celtic Dreams die set from the Die Cutting Essentials magazine. I really love all of these. I would have a hard time picking a favorite because I really love them. They are all so different. Do let me know if you do have a favorite and which one it is. I would really love to hear your words on this one. So I will be back very soon with another tutorial. Until then, bye!